Introduce Chief Jason King and turn the microphone over to him.
So today's a big day kind of for our department and our community as a whole. And so we want to thank everybody for kind of coming out to celebrate with us as we kind of announced the beginning of our K-9 program and our newest officer, K-9 Officer Bucky, and his handler, Officer Gary Roberts. And so kind of to talk about this for a second, I guess it was about a year ago when Officer Roberts came and asked if he could kind of run with the ball and help do anything to get this program off the ground. And I've really got to thank Gary because with Gary's drive and determination, it quickly showed that he has a passion for this area. And I can clearly say that if it wasn't for Gary's efforts, we wouldn't be standing here today. So Gary, thank you very much. And then after that, as we got into developing the program and Gary talked to some of our different partners, as we came and visited with our Mayor Kenny Weldon and our Stephenville City Council, they were very supportive of the program. And once we pitched the idea and had the details, then they quickly approved our budget and helped us get off the ground with the program. So I want to say thank you to all of you as well. And then our partners in the program and our donors. And at the top of that list is the Bruner family and Bruner Motors. And that beautiful Tahoe sitting out there is what they contributed to this program. And that without our partners and our donors, we simply couldn't have got this done. And so that's turned out kind of beyond our wildest measures. And then Spike and Leslie Stoker, I see y'all somewhere. There you are in the back. Pet Supplies Plus, another one of our big donors that's agreed to feed Bucky and provide all the food for the life of his service to the city and the community. And then Greens Creek Veterinary Clinic has graciously given us all the vet care and everything that we need for the animal. And then there's a long list of other donors, the Stephenville Kennel Club and other organizations and individuals that have helped support this program. And so this truly has become a community-wide kind of involved program, and we're very fortunate for the community that we live in. And so I'd just like to welcome everybody and thank you, and kind of turn it over to Mayor Weldon for just a second.
Chief King, Greg, for hosting us this morning. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is a great day for Stephenville. This is the epitome of a community coming together to meet the needs of the citizens. Chief King, you are an awesome leader for this community. Thank you. You're an innovator. You don't settle for second best. You don't take no. And this is an example of many others I could give you today of where our police department has found innovative ways to meet the security and safety needs of our community. And it's always exciting to see that when a task is given to come back with a solution that's even beyond what was initially envisioned. This is going to change Stephenville forever in a very positive way, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But this is not the first time that our police department has found innovative ways to meet the needs, whether it's partnering with the region for emergency response, working with the sheriff's office. One of the things we're going to talk at the city council meeting tonight, some very innovative approaches that we're taking to meet the needs of the citizens of this community. This is also special in that a new relationship is being created in our community between a handler and a dog that we will be exposed to in a way that is very special. Hey Kenny. Brother, it's good to see you. Good. Former Mayor Larry Hammond, yeah. It's good to see both of you. So I want to talk about the dog and the handler just a second, because just by show of hands, who in this room has seen a dog and a handler in action? Okay. You know that that's something special. I'll argue that it is God-given, and it is a relationship that will serve this community well into the future. For several years while I was in the military, I had the privilege to certify dogs. I got to see dozens of dogs go through their routine to get certified in their specialty, whether it was bomb detection, narcotics detection, and the skill level that these dogs are able to perform at are truly phenomenal. And this dog is certified in 3 or 4 areas, one of which is is narcotics, and so that's going to help our community in very important and special ways. It's also important to know that the handler is making a special commitment to this community, because the bond that the dog and the handler have are very special, and it is very unique to see how law enforcement in this situation are able to bring together the bonds of a dog and a handler to meet the needs of the community. Let me end with this, and this is, if you don't hear anything else, there's people in this room right now that need to hear this, and they will hear this. And Sheriff, no, nothing against your position, but there's a new sheriff in town. It was phenomenal for me to see the first time that an individual was detained, and they were causing some havoc that sometimes detained individuals create. And all it took was an officer to walk over and tap on the door of the cruiser, and if you heard the dog just bark like you just did, suddenly the person that was seeking to be detained calmed down and let themselves be cuffed, because they knew that they would rather deal with the officer than the dog. And the first time that becomes a reality in this community, there's going to be a big signal that's sent out that you don't mess with the Stephenville K-9 unit. The second word of warning is to those that are seeking to harbor, sell, or use drugs in this community. You better stop it today, because we will find you in ways that you have not anticipated and you are not prepared for. And that ought to make the community feel much safer. And those of you in this community that are seeking harm on those through the use of drugs, the trafficking of drugs, we are now up in the game. And that's going to be very good for our community. And I want to applaud the police department for their effort in that way. And then finally, I just want to come back to what I talked about to begin with. We need to, as a community, get to know this K-9 unit and thank them and appreciate them for the great benefit that they're going to provide to us as a community. We need to be excited about this together and look to support them in ways as they're out about in our community, get to know them, and know that they are here for us. So thank you, Chief King, for your efforts, the Stephenville Police Department. Great day for our community. Thanks for everybody for coming out, and let's go from here with a great celebration. So thank y'all.
Wow, what a very, very special day. Mayor, I think, said it as eloquently as could be said about what happens in this community. I know in the years that I have been here, you have great expectations, and to see the partners come together, the Bruner family and the veterinary and the pet supply, those are special moments that truly make something happen in this community. I was telling July and Molly when I walked in what a special event the chamber meeting, the chamber banquet was, a week ago now or so. And that is an indication of what is special about this community. And today's event is another one of those special days. Just on Friday, I had the opportunity, and it was a very real privilege to see one of the dogs from Texas Task Force 1 work. And the enthusiasm that the dog has, the focus, the determination to get something accomplished was unbelievable. And that is coming to this community in a very special way because of this partnership that was formed. At Tarleton, first and foremost, we want to provide a quality education in a safe environment. And this is going to help us do that for those thousands of students and the faculty and staff over there. And so on behalf of all of us, and I know the chief, thank you for stepping forward and doing this. We certainly appreciate the partnership. It was a special day for the community and another one of those days that tells us why this is such a special place to live. So thank you, folks. Appreciate it very much.
Well, hey, thank you guys for coming. Very excited to see as many people here to support us. And again, I know it's been said, but I'll say it again. Thank you to Bruner's. Thank you to Greens Creek Veterinary Services and Pet Supplies Plus, Stephenville Kennel Club, and everybody else that helped us get here. Couldn't have done it without you guys. So Bucky's a very happy dog in his new car. I want this new food that he's eating, and Dr. Cannon, unfortunately, has already had to go to work on him. We had to sew up a foot, but did a great job, and you couldn't even tell that he ever had any kind of injury. So just thank you guys. I can't say it enough times. But just a little bit about Bucky. I know that's why I'll just answer some of the questions that everybody asks me every day. But Bucky, he's 3.5 years old. He's imported from Holland or the Netherlands. He's trained in criminal apprehension, building searches, tracking, narcotics detection, and handler protection, all those kind of areas. We spend about 8 hours a week training. Spent 6 weeks in San Marcos with a dog, getting to learn him, and basically it was a 6-week course for me because the dog really does everything you need him to do before I got there. I just had to learn how to handle him. So still very new at this, but so he's very still kind of suspicious of strangers. So when we go out there, if you guys want to look at him, if you guys will just give him enough distance, don't try to pet him or anything like that. He's not to that point yet. He still wants to assert his dominance over some people. So just give him plenty of space. When we get some pictures in, just respect his space so we don't have any accidents. Like again, you hear him barking in the car. He's very protective of his home. But he lives at home with me. He's a part of the family. My wife and little girl love him to death. He's starting to accept them, and he's just assimilating to the pack mentality at the house. So again, I just want to say thank you and give you a little background on the dog. And if you guys see us out in the community, don't be scared to wave and say hi, and I'll answer any more questions you guys happen to have out there. So I guess we're gonna get some pictures of the sponsors in front of the car outside first, and then anybody else I'll stay here as long as you guys need me to. So
Let's give Officer Robinson a hand.
What a great day, huh? Yeah, we were joking a while ago and say he's really not an officer. He's a car salesman, and he sold us Tahoe. So yeah, he's pretty good at this. So yeah, this has been in the works with all the community sponsors for well over a year. So this isn't something that's just happened. So it is fun to see this all come to fruition. So absolutely. So yeah, we're going to step out. If you'd like to get in the photo, please join us. Come check out this new Chevy Tahoe. And if you'd like, we have some refreshments. They're right over here. It's very appropriate. Blue donuts and blue Kool-Aid, okay? So come drink the Kool-Aid with all of us, and we'll have a great day. So thanks for coming out. Feel free to stay as long as you want and mix and mingle. Thank you.